Okay, welcome to the next lesson, the new and improved content matrix. If you have worked with me before in my coaching, or if you have seen some other courses of mine, you know that I use a content matrix to create my content ideas really quickly. So the goal of this lesson is to systematize content creation. And the reason this is so important is because lack of consistency in writing great LinkedIn content is the number one thing that keeps people from growing. They become overwhelmed. How do you write content every single day? And the answer is I have a system. So right now I have 35 plus pieces of content already pre-written for the next month because I go through this system really quickly. I'm going to show you how I start in this lesson, the new and improved content matrix. And then I'm going to show you how I take these ideas and make really quick content in the next lesson, rapid content iteration. So the step one in using my new content matrix, which is a resource in this particular lesson, is defining what the outcome is that you want. There are a million different reasons why you might create content on LinkedIn. And some people create it just because they like it. They like the dopamine. They like the likes and the comments and the attention. That's okay. But content that you create for dopamine is very different than content that you create to collect an email or to sell a product. If you want to get dopamine, you write about a sob story or a come from behind victory about anything, and people will love it. Won't allow you to sell anything, and you won't collect emails, but you'll probably get a lot of comments and engagement. So you need to understand your outcome. Dopamine, thought leadership, collecting emails, selling products, got to define it. Step two, this is where your sub niche comes in, is really important, is the themes. And the themes are just sort of topics that are related to your sub niche. So, for example, email marketing, we've got automations, email marketing tools, customer drips. If you don't understand these words because you don't know anything about marketing, that's okay. Just know that these are things related to email marketing. Email strategy, sales emails, email subject lines, calls to action, asking people to buy in your email, writing compelling copy. These are all things that are related or underneath the umbrella of email marketing. So you want to just start to list those things. What are all the things related to my particular, sub niche? The next thing that you want to do is to understand content styles or structures. And there are lots of different styles and structures. And this is certainly not an exhaustive list, but these are the 8 most common styles and structures that I use. One is observation. So you simply make an observation about something. The second one is actionable. You teach people how to do something. You've seen me do this a lot if you follow my content. I teach people how to write their tagline on LinkedIn, how to write compelling copy, how to tell a good story. Those are actionable or teaching driven content. Next one's motivational. Just good old motivation, but related to your sub niche. So you probably have seen me write, motivational stories like the $130 treadmill mover. It's supposed to be motivating. Analytical. It's where you break something down. So can I do a teardown of a company or a process or a website where you really get into the nitty gritty, called analytical, right? Go into the data. Contrarian, where you say something that is otherwise, considered to be the other way. So, money is the root of all evil is a very common phrase. If you went out and said, I actually think money is the root of all happiness, that would be considered contrarian. It gets people to stop because it is against the grain. X versus Y, so comparing two things, right? Comparing two things always is really helpful. Present versus future. So the way that we do something today versus the way that you think we'll do it in the future. And then good old fashioned listicle. And a listicle is just like top 10, top 7, 5 best ways. That's a listicle. And you can actually bring listicle into these other formats, which I'll show you. All right. So we have our themes. If I go back, we got our topics, right? Automations, customer drips, email marketing tools, sales strategy. We got our styles, observation, actionable, motivational. And we're going to put these into a content matrix. And the content matrix is pretty cool. It's got the themes, on the left, right, running in column A straight down the page, and then across the top in rows 2 and 3, it's got the structures plus a little description of each structure. And the great thing about the content matrix is you can use it to match up themes or topics with structures. And the idea is not to match them up and then sit down and write a long post. It's just to get ideas. And so in the next lesson called Rapid Content Iteration, I'm going to show you how to just get ideas onto paper. Just get ideas onto your computer, into your writing software, however you write. It's so helpful to just dump ideas quickly so that you can start turning them into pieces of good LinkedIn content. And so I will show you how to create those ideas in the next lesson, Rapid Content Iteration. I will see you inside.